Welcome to the Columbus Area United Way Connecting Community podcast. This is where we interview local nonprofit leaders and explore how we can collaborate to have a thriving community. Hello, my name is Freshour and I'm with Columbus Area United Way, and this is Columbus Area United Way Connecting Community podcast. And today we have Tracy Yost, who is off screen with us with the Boy Scouts, and also Charlie Bahr. So welcome to the podcast.
Well, thank you very much. It's nice to be here.
Yeah, we're so excited. So Charlie, I know that you have served with Boy Scouts for quite a while. Tell me about your experience with Boy Scout. What motivates you in regards to the work that Boy Scouts provides?
What motivates me at this point in time is because I can see what they have done and what they've turned into for having been in this program. Not to brag, but we have scouts that I know of that work for, right now one of them is designing autonomous driving software for the cars in Chicago.
Wow.
He would done that for the Union Pacific, but trains weren't exciting enough. They still have that fail-safe of being on a track. We have one that's working for NASA. So we do have a real space cadet, if you would, and they come to us just as average kids, and they turn out to be wonderful community leaders that they are.
I love that. So the work that you see, I mean, we get to see it on the aspect of, being partners with you in that work. But tell us, in regards to, right, when they come in, they're just boys and they're learning different things. What are some of the activities that Boy Scouts do, and what does it provide in regards to kind of really transforming and providing those opportunities for a thriving boy to turn into a positive, successful young man?
Our programs are led by the youth, so they're the ones that are doing the leading. They're the ones that get the frustration when it's not going their way. They're the ones that have to learn how to work through that. We're here to help guide them in the right directions, but we want them to do it and them to be the leaders, because that's what they're going to be when they graduate out of the scouting and move on into life. They're going to be the leaders.
So what ages can someone start becoming involved in Boy Scouts?
The little guys in blue in Cub Scouts start in kindergarten and go through fifth. Boy Scouts, those of us in khaki, go from 6th grade till you're 18.
Okay.
Then you're done when you aged out at 18. Of course, I'm not sure if you know the ranks in scouting, but they start with being a scout, then tenderfoot, second class, first class, star, life, and eagle. And eagle is the big project. That's where they have to lead all their scouts and their community in something that they're doing. They're picking a project that they have to do and complete and plan completely. And those kids, we'd like to have that done by the time they're 16, because after the age of 16, there's a lot of things going on in their world.
You're right.
And it's hard to stretch that time.
And so with that, I've heard of the different areas. So within that, those areas of kind of growth and leadership as they reach those success goals, there's different things that they have to achieve through those. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. So the, part of the programming is working on some of those fundamentals?
Yes.
Okay.
It's communications, citizenship. We have a new citizenship and society badge now. So there are 4 citizenships that they have to own. So they need to be participating in their community to do these. And I'll mention communications is one. Oh, heavens. Tracy, help me.
As far as the badges?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm thinking of Eagle Requireds.
So first aid.
First aid, cooking. Citizenships that we mentioned. Swimming is one, backpacking or cycling. So there's the health aspect of it.
So a variety of different things that they learn about and grow upon. So
yes.
I know both of you have been serving in regards to Boy Scouts and probably have seen the changes within our own, generations and cycles. So what would you say from your lens might be the most challenging things facing youth today?
The world, unfortunately, is such a mess right at this time. I would hope that they're able to, with the adult leadership help and the older scouts help, to be able to funnel their way through this and be able to pick the right path and make the right choices. That's what we're trying to prepare them for.
And I think what I've seen from just parts of the success stories that I've read and different things, it goes back to the fundamental of just having relationship connection with others, right? And
Correct.
living in a world of technology, and this has its benefits, but also there's oftentimes we miss
Yes.
that building of fostering those relationships and just knowing that there's other trusted adults
hmm
out there who care about us. So can you speak to some of maybe a fond memory that you've had in regards to Boy Scouts, or something exciting or that just makes you chuckle that, this occurred, that not taking, confidentiality or
hmm
anything into consideration there?
The the things that the boys seem to remember are the highlights.
Hmm.
And sadly, when something goes wrong, to them that's a highlight. So
Sure it is.
driving down the interstate, and the fellow behind me, we had the radios on, and he says, "You're really putting out a lot of smoke." So we stopped, opened the hood, and the engine's on fire. That's when they remember. They remember being in Minnesota at a scout camp.
Mhm.
And I don't feel so good. I said, well, let's go over to the commissary and we'll see what they've got. We go around to the health lodge, and there's about 70 kids in line already.
Oh boy.
Had been food poisoned. So that's one of them that they
That's what they
remember.
remember. Sure.
So, but see, I don't know that you want to call those highlights necessarily, but memorable. So,
After the fact, they can laugh
so
about it, right?
and
And really
they
have
do, yeah,
stories to
because
tell.
it's always remember the time we.
Yeah,
So, and
that's
it's nice to
awesome.
hear that from somebody that young.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about how would someone get involved in Boy Scouts in our local community if they were
hmm
interested in doing so, not only for their child, but then also I want you to talk about volunteer opportunities as well.
Uh, exactly like you said, it is a volunteer-run organization, both the Cub level and the Scout level. They can call me. They can call Tracy Yost, our district executive. We'll get you down the right path. We have, in our four-county area, we have 6 Scout troops, and that
Mhm.
consists of 76 boys right now. We have 7 Cub Scout packs, and that's 93. Thank you. I have to cheat. Uh, so we've got 169 youth in total,
Hmm.
and we'd like to have as many leaders as we can. Uh, Give me a call. We'll get you an application. They do a quick background check, and then there's some training that you would need, youth protection training,
Hmm.
and we can get you signed up.
Hmm.
Love to have you.
That'd be amazing. And I think what I hear in the community maybe is also then, is there a barrier of cost to be a part of Boy Scouts? And can you speak, because I kind of know the answer, but
hmm
can you speak a little bit about that? Because I think Boy Scouts has really taken that to heart and looked at
Yes.
different ways of making sure that anyone can be a part of Boy Scouts.
Well, scouting is a uniformed movement, so we all have our uniforms.
Hmm.
To someone that is scouting age, being part of something is a very big deal. Whether we're part of the soccer team, we all look the same on the team. Whether we're the part of the Cub Scouts, we want to look the same as the Cub Scouts.
Hmm.
So what we do is we serve roughly 40% of the kids in our community are needing as far as the free lunch program, and that's what we're using as our bar to meet, if you would.
Hmm.
So if they need that help, we have financial assistance to help them with the uniforming parts, with all the books, with the camps if they need it.
Hmm.
So we want them to be able to feel that they are part of the organization.
That's awesome. That's a great opportunity to be able to provide. So thank you
hmm
for that. Is there anything else that you would like the general community to know about Boy Scouts and the work that you do here and the impact that you make?
Scouting is alive and well in Columbus, Nebraska, and has been for, I know, 90 years for our
Mhm,
unit alone. And I see it being here for a very long time to come yet.
mhm. I do have to ask, do you still do the card derby?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
The Pinewood Derby? Yeah. Yeah,
Yes.
and I hate to admit it, but the adults still do it too.
I'm
So,
sure I have a memory of that.
yeah.
I just remember my brother was in Boy Scouts and
hmm
he did several derbies, but one of his cars, I swear they drilled many holes in it to make sure it would go really fast, I think. That was a
Yeah.
purpose.
Everybody has their gimmick. So,
So I do have one last question for you. It's kind
okay.
of off the cuff question.
Okay.
But we always know when we're working in nonprofit or with youth and children, there's a part of us that just is, Fun. And so what would be your go-to karaoke song, or
Ooh.
what is your favorite book that you've read or a book you are reading right now?
Oh, a book I'm reading right now is Rubber Legs and Whitetail Hares,
Oh,
and it's by Patrick F. McManus,
I have not
and
heard of that.
it's outdoor humor.
Okay.
So,
Outdoor humor.
mhm, uh,
Interesting.
so
You hear that?
recently
Humor, outdoor humor. That sounds like a fascinating book.
it is. It's a good book.
Okay,
So,
so people, you can check that out as well
mhm,
as connect with Boy Scouts. And you can also, just for the community listeners, you can also reach out to Columbus Area United Way and we can get you connected with
yes,
anyone within the Boy Scout to make sure
yep,
that you are connected, whether volunteering or getting your child involved. So
mhm,
thank you, Tracy. Thank you, Charlie, for
gladly. Thank you.
everything that you do and the service you provide. It is greatly appreciated.
Well, thank you. We appreciate the help with United Way.
Yeah, thanks for being here. Have a
Mhm.
good rest of your day.
Thank you.